I would now like to invite Dr. Roderick L. Ireland to deliver our commencement address. It's a pleasure to welcome back Chief Justice Roderick L. Ireland to the Curry commencement stage. 25 years ago, Dr. Ireland was our commencement speaker, and the college awarded him an honorary Doctor of Laws. I asked Dr. Ireland to return for my final commencement. Judge Ireland's remarkable career began in 1969 as a neighborhood legal services attorney. In 1971, he then co-founded the Roxbury Defenders Committee, a public defender program that provided free legal services to defendants in need in criminal cases. In 1977, Judge Ireland began 37 years of service as a judge, culminating in being the highest-ranking judicial official in Massachusetts and the leader of the oldest Supreme Court in our nation. First, sitting in the Boston Juvenile Court from 1977 to 1990, which fostered a lifelong commitment to mentoring and advocating for youth. Judge Ireland then sat on the Massachusetts Appeals Court from 1990 to 1997, and in 1997 began his 17-year tenure on the Massachusetts Supreme Judicial Court. When appointed an Associate Justice in 1997, Judge Ireland became the first African American to sit on that bench in its over 300-year history.
Yes, sir!
Shortly thereafter, in 2010, he became the court's first African American Chief Justice. As a judicial leader, Judge Ireland was known and respected for building relationships between the courts and the state legislature, working with all branches of government. He strived to improve the court system, taking particular care to include the voices of all the court's employees. Judge Ireland's love and service of his hometown of Springfield continues to this day. Recently, you agreed to be the special advisor to the city on police reform. Previously, your connections to Springfield and your success resulted in the Hampton County Hall of Justice in Springfield being renamed the Roderick L. Ireland Courthouse. On a fun note, you were also honored by having your hometown street in Springfield, Terrence Street, in the Old Hill neighborhood, renamed Chief Justice Roderick L. Ireland Way. Subsequent to your... You're getting a lot of applause. 1 second. Subsequent to his retirement from the bench, Justice Ireland has been called upon as an expert to advise the Speaker of the House of the Massachusetts and multiple municipalities on criminal justice reform opportunities. Chief Justice Ireland is a graduate of Lincoln University, the first historic black college in the United States, earned his Juris Doctorate from Columbia University Law School, his master's in law from Harvard Law School, and his PhD in law, policy, and society from Northeastern University. Clearly, his favorite degree is his Curry degree. Ladies and gentlemen, you're in for a treat. Dr. Roderick L. Ireland.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you. Well, hi, everybody. What a great introduction. Thank you, President Quigley. President Quigley, members of the faculty and administration, distinguished guests and honorees, friends and family, and most importantly, members of the graduating class of 2023. I bring you greetings and salutations, and I start with today is a very special, a wonderful, beautiful, marvelous day. A day that marks a milestone in your lives, one that you certainly will remember in years to come. And it is my privilege and pleasure to address you on such a momentous occasion. As the years pass, you may not remember that I was your graduation speaker or what I had to say, but you certainly will remember this day because what it symbolizes. This day means that you made it, and I want to begin by saluting you on your great accomplishment. Graduating from college is not easy. It takes discipline and hard work. The fact that you are here is a testament to the fact that you have put forth the necessary effort to succeed academically. But you also have learned some life lessons along the way, lessons that you may not even know you have learned, and these lessons in their simplicity may be just as important to your future success as anything that you may have learned in a classroom. My remarks today are built around 3 of these life lessons that have stood the test of time for me, which I would like to share with you. Life lesson number 1, always be humble. Be humble. As President Quigley indicated, I sat as a judge for 37 years, and I am now a distinguished professor at Northeastern University, and I feel unusually fortunate, indeed blessed, to have had the opportunities that have come my way over the years. But I am also well aware that I have always stood on the shoulders of others. The point I want to make here is that there is no such thing as a self-made man or woman, and none of us got to where we are all by ourselves. Of course, I ran with the ball when it was passed to me, as you must, but I never could have accomplished what I have without the guidance, support, assistance, and love that I receive from others, and it is the same with you. So I'm going to invite the class of 2023 to take a minute to thank your families and friends and the Curry faculty and staff for their steadfast support, encouragement, and love. Let's give them a big hand. Remember now, as you go forward with the next chapter of your lives, don't forget to temper your inevitable future success with humility and its byproduct, kindness. Now, I include kindness because recognizing our shared humanity in others and treating people with respect, dignity, and kindness is often just as important as the work you do. So, life lesson number one, be humble. You will engender a generosity of spirit which not only impacts on the lives of others in a positive way, but also makes you a better person. Life lesson number two, have the right attitude. For this life lesson, I begin with the simple observation that life has its ups and downs. And most of us can manage when things are going our way, when the waters are smooth. But the question I want you to think about today is, how do we navigate when the waters of life become choppy, when dark storm clouds appear on the horizon, and we find ourselves adrift in uncharted, unknown seas? If you ask any sailor, you're likely to get the same answer. You need a compass. But my hunch is that most of us don't go around carrying compasses. But we do carry around something much more important, and that's our attitude. How we react to what is going on in our lives. The reality is that wherever you go and whatever you do, the only thing that you can ultimately control is your attitude. Attitude makes the difference in how you approach life and how life approaches you. As Viktor Frankl, the Holocaust survivor and famous philosopher, psychiatrist, and author said, "The last of the human freedoms is to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances. When we are no longer able to change a situation, we are challenged to change ourselves." Now, over the years, I've developed a formula on attitude, which I follow, and it just may help you as you chart your course in life. And I call it the 4 R's. And here it is. The first R is respect. You must respect yourselves. That is, value and have regard for yourself. While we are all different, each of us has worth, and we need to recognize and appreciate our individual worth and value. Once we see our own value, then that respect we have for ourselves can become the basis of our respect for others who also have worth and value. You have more to gain than to lose by applying this basic rule of respect and showing others that you think they are worthy of basic courtesy and consideration. The second R in my attitude formula is risk. This is what your grandparents often heard as nothing ventured, nothing gained. To be clear, I'm not talking about taking foolish or dangerous risks, but I am saying that to succeed in life, you have to be willing to face a challenge and to take on the unknown, even when there is no guarantee that things will work out in your favor. In one way or other, taking a risk means sticking your neck out and betting on yourselves, sometimes even against the odds. You may fail, but you can't succeed in life without taking risks. The third R in this formula is resilience, and it is related to the second R, risk. Resilience means that if you take a risk and fail, you don't give up just because things didn't go your way. You can be sure that in life, there will be times when no matter how hard you try, you're not going to succeed. You may deserve to succeed, and maybe if life were always fair, you would succeed, but sometimes you don't. Well, when that happens, you've got to bounce back and not give up. If at first you don't succeed, try again. That's resilience. The fourth and last R in my attitude formula is responsibility. That means that you own your stuff, for better or for worse. Accepting responsibility for your actions means not blaming others for the results of your behavior. You get the credit, and you also get the blame. Being responsible also means being honest and admitting when you make a mistake. When you can do this and try to rectify the situation, you earn the respect of others instead of losing their trust. So life lesson number 2, have the right attitude. Your attitude forms the basis of how you approach and deal with life. And remember the 4 R's as a formula on attitude: respect, risk, resilience, and responsibility. Now, the last life lesson I'm going to share with you today is make a difference. When I started my career as a public defender back in the early 70s, I usually represented clients who were charged with criminal conduct. They were called the despised clients because they were typically poor, uneducated, and in many ways invisible. This experience had a profound effect on my worldview and in many ways shaped my paradigm. Every day today, I think about the stark contrast between the realities of the world in which you and I operate with relative ease and the realities of the world in which so many others, like my early clients, must struggle to survive. A world where even the most mundane tasks are almost insurmountable due to poverty, due to illiteracy, and most tellingly, the loss of hope. So I want you to remember this. No matter where you wind up living after graduation, there will be communities near you where life is not easy and comfortable, where there are going to be challenges caused by unemployment, mental illness, drugs, homelessness, lack of education, and lack of opportunity. And sadly, in the shadows of those communities, the harsh reality of those factors continues to adversely impact future generations. So this is a reminder that while gains have been made, much remains to be done. We are far, far from having the kind of society that we are capable of achieving in this age and time. And you graduates just have to open your eyes and your hearts to the great need which exists and direct your efforts towards making a difference. Down the line, there will be an opportunity for each of you to do good, to reach back and give a hand to those who are less fortunate than you. You'll come to understand down the line that doing this is a blessing in disguise. The more you help others, the more you help yourselves. That's just how life is. Edward Everett Hale was a 19th century Boston-born author and clergyman who wrote about the power of one, the influence that a single individual can have if motivated by heartfelt conviction. He said this, "I am only one, but still I am one. I cannot do everything, but still I can do something. And though I cannot do everything, I will not refuse to do the something that I can do." The power of one is what resonates with me as I speak to you about making a difference. Despite all the things that distinguish us, we're all still in the same boat. And we have to help the least of us, the person that Martin Luther King Jr. referred to as the man farthest down, in order to help ourselves. So life lesson number 3, make a difference. Do this in whatever way you can. Making a difference is not only a good thing to do, but also the right thing to do. In closing, and as my final act for today's occasion, I'm going to ask you, graduates, to join me again in giving your families and friends, as well as the Curry faculty and staff, another big round of applause, because it is important to always say thank you to those who have helped you along the way. And let's not forget to say a special thank you to President Ken Quigley, who has diligently served this institution with distinction, dignity, dedication, and determination for over a quarter century. And with that, I close. I want to wish each of you good luck in the future. I hope that you will continue to grow and learn. Thank you very much.